to begin your new year 2025 is this. Remember this. God first, God's first. If you put God first, God will put you first too. You will be on the first list of God. When He think of, oh, who should I bless? Oh, Colette put me first. I will put Colette first too. You can see that repeating in the Bible. Whenever God's people put God first, God's blessing are for them first too. You can see that God's blessing will always come through the Israelite to other nation when the Israelite put God first. But whenever Israelite did not put God first, God's blessing goes to other nation and then come to Israelite later. Is that true? So it's always repeat. This routine is repeat. Anyone who put God first, God will put them first. Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. Come on, help me. And all. Yes. So Jesus also repeated this again. If you put me first, if you put my kingdom first, if you seek my righteousness first, there's a condition. If you do all this, it's like a guarantee. Everything that you desire will be added to you. It means you already have, but will be added to you. You already have a good life in 2024. Some people say, oh, I have a good life in 2024, but it will be added up. Some people may be lacking. God said, if you're lacking, it's okay. I will add up to you. If this year you decided to put me first in your life. So first principle is that God first, God's first. Again, God's love is unconditional, right? God's love is for everyone. No matter you're so bad, you're so good, wherever you are in your walk of life, God's love is for everyone. But God's promises and God's blessing are conditional. Ooh, let me repeat that again. God's love is unconditional, but God's blessing and His promises are conditional. And you can see that throughout the Bible. When you do what God wants you to do, when you start with God, when you put God first, He bless you. But when you turn your back against God, there's no blessing. It's conditional. So His blessing is promised. You can only claim His blessing if you seek Him first. If you walk righteously with God, then you can boldly come to the throne of grace and ask, sing. He will bless you. But He will not bless those who turn away from Him, who doesn't want His blessing. He honored us enough. So this year, you have to make up your mind. Am I going to put God first? Am I going to walk justly, righteously with God? How am I going to start my life? So God's love is unconditional, but His blessing is conditional. There's a saying in Thai that goes something like this. เริ่มต้นดีมีชัยไปกว่าครึ่ง in English it will translate something like, if you have a good start, 50% of the battle is already yours. But if you start with God, 100% of life battle has been guaranteed to be won. See, if you start good in the year, okay, 50% guarantee. But if you start with God, 100% is guaranteed to you. So, for us Christian, we want to start with our life with God because we know that victory is already a guaranteed thing. When we walk with God, when we start our life with God, we will look back at the end of the year, oh, I've been walking with God. 2025 is such a blessed year for me. I did not just start good, but I'm starting with God. A few sermons ago, I emphasized that sometimes good and God is different. And I want to encourage you today, the beginning of the year like this, let us start with God. Let's put God first in our life. There's another Bible text that I really love. I want to share with you here from Deuteronomy. If you listen to these commandments of the Lord your God that I am giving you today, 4,000 years ago, and today in 2025, if you listen, okay, And if you carefully obey them, not just listen, left ear, and then it go out on the right ear, but if you listen and you decided, I am going to carefully obey them, then here's the blessing. The Lord will make you the head and not the tail. You will always be at the top and not at the bottom. This applies to social status. This applies to your heart too. You know, sometimes some people may have a high social status, but their life is at the bottom. Their peace is at the bottom pit. Why? Because they did not obey God. They did not carefully apply, God's law in their life. They do not appreciate God's law in their life. They just take it for granted. So, then they discover themselves, why am I at the pit of my peace? I don't find my peace. So here, God said, you'll be always at the top and never at the bottom if you allow me to be first in your life. Allowing God to be first in life, it means you follow Him, His command, His word. Like my wife always said, do you love me? If you love me, go wash the dishes. So I listen to her, I obey what she said, and our love grows. So remember this first principle today, first key today to start a new season of your life. God first, God's first.